What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, let's talk about Rebellion because I have some, I would say, very good data to share with you, and that is the set value for Rebellion and how it is bucking the trend of at least Chaos Legion. Now, I wasn't around when Untamed or Beta or Alpha were here, but I was around when Chaos Legion was. And while the card and the set value did hold relatively well early on, it didn't do what Rebellion is doing now, which I think is fantastic. So let's go and see here. You can see we've sold over 750,000 packs, which is fantastic. There hasn't been too much more. I thought things would increase a little bit, if only because, and here's the thing, if only because you can see that the pack value is much higher than the pack price on Hive Engine, meaning that the arbitrage opportunity is still there for a lot of folks. Not only that, here is the fun thing to check out. If we go to set value, check this out. This thing is back above 7,000. It's actually at $7,300. And we can go down to this chart over the last 6 months, which really is only 2 months at this point, right? Because we launched in early December. So you can see a very obvious uptrend, right? So we bottomed out right here on the 5th of February. And things have just been increasing and increasing ever since. Now, the reason that this is important is because while I was here for Chaos Legion, I do not remember seeing such a massive rise in value. With Chaos Legion, the cards held their value relatively well early on. And the reason people continued to buy packs or open packs and buy cards off the marketplace was because there was such a robust rental market. Pretty much that was driven by all of the bot behavior. So people who are not or were not here, let's just say 2 years ago, right? So February, or we'll just say the first half of 2022, what ended up happening is that there were just a lot of bots, right? So we had 400,000 to 500,000 daily active players or daily active accounts. And when that happened, a lot of these bots were just renting cards off the marketplace. So people just kept on buying cards and then putting them out for rent, or buying and opening packs and then putting them out for rent because these bots were just scooping them up. The APRs are pretty good. Keep in mind, DEC was still above peg at that point, right? DEC didn't drop back below peg until I think June or so of 2022. And we didn't really see a shift in the tone or the actions against bots and the crazy kind of like botting behavior that was happening at the time until the ranked rewards update came out. And that was at the end of May, early June of 2022. It was the summer of Splinterlands, and it really kicked things off, right? We had Splinter Spam, like it was the new daily quest, new daily focus versus the daily quest. So it was an interesting time. But throughout that, I do not ever remember Chaos Legion going up as significantly in value, because look at this, like from 6,100 back up to 7K, right? I mean, that's a significant percentage gain, right? I mean, we're talking about like a 20% gain from the recent low. Now, this is fantastic because it shows that the set is preserving its value. It gives a lot of confidence for the people who bought cards already and for the people who are considering buying cards like myself. It's just showing that it has that value, that staying power. And again, this is just not something that we saw with Chaos Legion. So all I can really do here is provide the context and kind of history of my own personal perspective, watching the way that Chaos Legion was not just implemented, but how everything played out. And granted, we know that Matt and team are trying to do their best to not make this a Chaos Legion situation, in which we have 2.5 or 2.4 million unopened packs to go with a market that is severely oversupplied in terms of the amount of cards for the Chaos Legion core set. We're not even talking about the reward cards, but that's a whole separate matter. So to me, this is a really, really good sign, I think, for anybody who has bought Rebellion cards and has gone all in on the set so far. I think this is something that should make you really happy with your decision. And for the people that are considering jumping in, just know, right, like we're only 2 months into this sale. It's going to go for an entire year, a little bit more than a year, unless things sell out. And I would say trends like this are very, very good. They're very healthy, and it shows that not only have we turned the corner on a lot of the things that made Chaos Legion, lose a lot of its value, right? So not basically, Matt kind of reducing the bonuses. We the airdrop conflict system is completely different. There was, a couple other things that the team did. Not only has that worked, but it's worked so well that we're starting to see scarcity in the marketplace. Now, this could all be still, right? So I'm very bullish on this. I do want to say though, this could still be driven by speculation. And what I mean by that is, keep in mind, we're only in the first conflict. There's 8 other conflicts. And at this point in time, the best way to participate in a conflict is buying cards or packs and throwing them onto a wagon. So what happens once conflicts are done, right? I just want to give you the other side of this. While I'm feeling bullish, there is still a little bit of risk. None of this financial advice. This is just game advice, right? So, if you want to get into your cards, I think it is, I think it's great. If you want to max out or start leveling up your Rebellion cards, I don't think that that's a bad idea necessarily. But ultimately, just keep that in mind as we move forward, alongside the fact that it's a great sign for Rebellion to not only be holding its value, but starting to slowly increase in value whenever cards on the marketplace get scarce. So, we'll see where we end up. My hope is that, at least at this point, I have the full expectation that we're probably going to sell, at least 2x the amount of packs now. So what is that? We're at 750,000. Matt's conservative estimate was 1.5 million. I think we hit that relatively easily over the next 10 months. Even more so, I think we could hit anywhere from 3 to 4x that, right? So 2.2 or even 3 million packs if things get crazy. Granted, that's still significantly less than how much we had for Chaos Legion. But at the end of the day, if it's driven by true demand and not over speculation, I think we'll be in a good spot. But just want to share that data with you. That is all I have in this video. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.